Hello, 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 my darlings. Thank you for joining me on A Slice of Life. A Slice of Life. Did you have a good weekend? I had a fantastic weekend. Absolutely fantastic. And what is going on today? Today is Monday, and it's August the 19th, and it's the beginning of the Democratic Convention. And so many of you will be watching the Democratic Convention. You may not be watching A Slice of Life, but at some point, when you finish having fun with the Democratic Convention, then you will turn and enjoy us at A Slice of Life. Because guess what we're talking about? We're talking about what a lot of people are talking about in politics these days, but I'm talking about it from a different point of view. Super aging, getting older without getting old. Let me say it again, Reno, for the people in the back. I'm not afraid to use the old word or tell my age because I'm super aging. I'm getting older, but I'm not getting old, baby. It's okay. It's okay. We know we're getting older. We know we're getting older, but we haven't jumped in the coffin. So, yeah, every week, every day, I bring you something different. I talk about my life, 3 times cancer survivor, just the things that go on with me, that have gone on with me, that some I don't want to go on with you. But if it went on with you and turned out to be bad for you, like it turned out to be bad for me, then we got something in common. All right? So one of the things that I wanted to talk about today is financial security in later life. I don't know about you, but I've made some errors, stupid mistakes, dumb stuff as an adult when it came to money. Lord have mercy. I wish I had a lot of money that I wasted. And then I didn't know what to do about some things. I was just thinking for the moment instead of the future. And for the 25 and 35-year-olds, think for the future and not for the moment. Because you're going to get to be 81, 82, because you got a lot of years ahead of you, and you're going to need financial security. You're going to need financial security. There is no way in the world I could live off the Social Security by itself prior to maybe 4 or 5 months ago. And I think I still can't live off of it. But here's the thing, I work, but I enjoy what I do because I teach at Clark Atlanta University, and I just probably do that till they tell me that I don't know, I better not say that, till they tell me I can't do it anymore, which they can actually say that any day because I've been an adjunct there for 20 years. But I so much love teaching. I love, I can do it free, and I have done it free. And I have done it without a lot of compensation because it's just the process that I like. You see, I like to see the light bulb go off in young people's faces and in their heads, and watch them grow and see them grow up and be the Pinky Codes of the world, you see? So, it's a whole financial thing and then I do it, but I also need the money. In your case, 25, 30-year-old, I need for you all to, as you say, get the bag now so you can live the way you want to live later. And those of us who have retired and maybe didn't do what we thought we should have done and didn't do it the right way, or had emergencies happen, things happen in your life, and you don't have all the money you need, then it's really difficult. Can be kind of sad about how you wish you had a little more at this point. And then maybe some of you have partners, spouses, that you can put your two monies together and make it better. By now, you may not need 2 or 3 dresses more. I talked to you about all the beautiful clothes you already have and beautiful jewelry that you don't wear. I want you to get those things out and enjoy wearing them, enjoy putting them on. I'd make you feel like some of your accomplishments and some of the money you spent, you can still see it in just outerwear, jewelry, other clothing. Some of the things you might talked about intergenerational. You might find some things that no longer fit, but in still good shape. If you got some cousins or some younger people that would look good in, how you used to look good in that, and then give it to them so they can look good in it again. Just rebirth some of those clothes. And that's some of the things you could do to help you feel good about maybe sharing helps show caring, and in your caring, you won't have to worry about so much of what you don't have. We're think more about what you did have in terms of all the clothes and all the money you may have spent on them then, just don't throw them away. Get them out. Don't let people come in when you're in the coffin. Give them away now and find people that will look good in them. Get one or two of them clean. And you see somebody in your church or different places that you would like to see them in that outfit. You remember how you looked in it, and you put it in a bag and give it to them. I'm just saying, as we move along with this financial thing, I'm just thinking about how we may have spent our money, maybe unwisely, or maybe it was fun, or maybe we had it at that time. We could buy this and buy that, enjoy this and enjoy that. We got a kick out of it. And you could think about what fun you did have when you had the money you had, and you were young in your younger years. I mean, we're not going to lament over any of it. What we're going to do is take what we got. So you said, well, Georgianne, the costs are so high for hospitalization and for medical doctors, and they're working on doing that now. That's why we have an election coming up. You see, but what we have to do is just take it in stride. That's what we have to do. We have to take it in stride, because if you lament and worry about it, it's going to do something else. What did I tell you about this? We all know this. This controls this. You put too much in here that is negative, that is worrisome, that is anxious, it's going to make all of this go awry. Right now, at our special age, our wonderful aging that we're going through, we don't want to bog it all down with something we cannot do anything about. You see, we can't do anything about the sunset and the sunrises and the days and the time and the calendar and the clock. Can't do anything about that. But you can do something about you, liking you, helping you, reaching out, caring, and figuring out what we're going to do about this money. The young'uns, I want you to save your money. Don't, save your money. Go into business, and then go in business with other people who want to see you in business. Whatever you do, get with people who want to see you succeed besides yourself. You want to see yourself succeed, then see yourself succeed, and get with people who need your services that want to see you succeed. Don't have a problem. There are people who will go out of their way to buy something from somebody else rather than buy it from you. Oh, I've been there, done that. I'm talking about some things that I know. They will go out of their way. They'll go promote 12 people over here that don't have half as much as you have. Half as much. And they'll go buy that before they buy it from you. It's so sad. But I'm trying to get the youngins right now to think about what you're going to do when you get to the senior aging, the super aging, getting older without getting old. But life still goes on, and that money, that 401k may not be as much. I think a lot of people lost a lot of money. Somebody very close to me lost $100,000 during the recession time. That's a lot of money to lose in your 401k. You see, and I'm not sure. Then I didn't do a good job when I was doing a 401k, so I can't tell anybody what to do with it. But I do know that those of you who are keeping up with it and looking out for your life when you get to my age, then do that. Stay on top of your money. Stay on top of your money. The way things are going now, I know you want to look good, but there's a woman, a lady 1913. And I'm that person too. Most of everything that I had came from the thrift store. Those of you who still shaking the tail feather, you might want the latest thing, but the latest thing doesn't have to be from the stores with the brand name. We need, as a people, I heard a person say stupidly, and I'm gonna go ahead and say what he said on one of them TikTok shows. He said stupidly, we are the ones that gave him all the money. We are the ones that make people rich. We're the people who make people rich. Who is making us rich? We're not even making each other rich. And so I'm talking to the young people right now, trying to get up to my age group. Young people, either, one, save your money, or two, make some other people rich. If you're going to do that, make each other rich. I got A, you got B, I buy from you, you buy from me. Everybody, we buy from each other, get all our friends. That's how you do that. Do you remember Black Wall Street? Black Wall Street, you need to get your history. That's the problem. We don't look at our history. We used to buy from one another, and before integration, we all bought from one another because we didn't have anybody else to buy from. And because of that, we made black millionaires. We had black millionaires a long time before it became popular to know we were black millionaires. And what's wrong with that? Some people work and some people make money but all of us can do what we need to do to live the life that we want to live, the lifestyle. You see? And so what I would recommend then is let's talk about planning for financial stability. It's something you need to look at. And those of us who didn't plan well, I'm just talking about Georgianne. I'm going to call me. If there's anybody in the category with me, thank God you're still with me. But if you're in the category with me that you just didn't plan well, life took its toll, life kicked your behind, a whole lot of life happened, and not enough cash happened, then you're with me, but we're still standing. We know what to do. We know how to make things happen, how to make things work. We know how to look good, feel good, and smell good on a dime. Because we're old enough to have that. We're old enough to know how to do that. We're old enough to have seen other people do it, and so we know what to do. We don't have to have everything, you see, but we do need to be able to buy some groceries. And I think, sorry about my phone, people just calling me this time of day. I think it's because the DNC is on. But my question is, I think there's a senior citizen, and I couldn't get that money. I asked for it though, on the card that comes with Medicare. You can get a X amount of money to be able to buy over-the-counter items that you need to buy pertaining to health needs. I think that's fabulous. Every quarter, I wait for my money to come on the card, and I go and buy the things that my gastrologist asked me to buy, over-the-counter products, over-the-counter medication. I go and buy that every month, every 3 months, and it just about lasts that long, and I think that's a good thing. But they have another program where you go and you can get groceries on that same card, Medicaid, I'm not sure which one, but you can get groceries. I'm not eligible to get the groceries, but if I were, I would get them. Because I paid my dues. I bought a lot of steak in America. I spent a lot of money on groceries in America. I wouldn't mind somebody spending a few dollars on me. And then just talk about, those of you, so you might be able to get with somebody if you want to say, well, I can get with me and another person, we put our money together. I think that's a good idea to put the money together. Get with you if you're going to do that. If you can even do that in a friend. It would be good to have a senior citizen money clinic or a senior citizens money pool. Only thing about it is we fall out with one another. But if you put $5, remember when I first started out, I said all your group ought to put $5 in a jar. The thing about it is who's going to keep the jar, who's going to stick their hand in the jar, who the money going to come up later missing. All that kind of foolishness goes on. But I said you should put some money away. And then once a quarter, just like they give you that money from United Healthcare, then once a quarter you take that money and go do something for and with each other, have a good time. Do you all remember those videos I used to do about that? I still believe in that. And the same thing with now. If in fact it costs a lot, it does cost quite a bit of money now at the grocery store, then why don't you come together with 2 or 3 neighbors and you buy wholesale, or you go to BJ's or Sam's, or somebody pays for the membership and everybody uses that one card some kind of way. I mean, you can think of some ways that will help you, because we all need some help. If we're not the millionaire trillionaires, then I don't know. And it wouldn't do any good for me to be a millionaire or a trillionaire or a billionaire, rather, because I don't know how much money I would have. I would be so busy giving it away. I would just give it away to people and get them started, get people started, get people going in their lives, young people, older people, reaching out and sharing that money. But the billionaires want more billions. We got a certain billionaire that people drive his car. And I saw on one of the same show where they were talking about stupidly, we are the ones that make the purchase. We are the consumers. The same gentleman was talking about his Tesla. He had bought a Tesla, and the Tesla he paid X amount of money for it, and it got dropped to a certain amount of money, and then he sold it for less amount of money. That means that you spent, let's say, $80,000, and he sold it. The owner of Tesla sold it, let it go for $20,000 after he had gotten his money from it. You see, as a used car, it's just a lot. I don't know. I think as seniors, young people, I just think you need to. The best way to predict the future is to create it. Who said that? I don't know who said that. I need to see who said it. I didn't say it. But the best way to predict the future is to create it. So I'm saying to you, you got to create the future for you. We were busy. I came along with civil rights. I marched with Dr. King. You saw me on High on the Hog, Netflix High on the Hog, award-winning series. We won the NAACP Image Award for season 2, episode 3. Anyway, all the episodes, but I'll take credit for episode 3. All right, along with Marilyn Price Hoyt and Charles Black, and of course the esteemed Dr. Karshit. I'm sorry, this noise is anyway. Karshit Sims Alvarado was the person who was leading the discussion, other than the host, Mr. Satterfield. But if you saw High on the Hog, then you know my story, and I came along at a different time. And so I'm glad those of you are coming along at this time. You're coming along at a better time. All the times are good times, but I just think that we've done all that kind of time. We need you to take us back to Wall Street, take us back to Tulsa, take us back to helping one another, take us back to buying from one another. I think there's a lot to be said for the young people today, supporting each other in business and celebrating being in business, and celebrating women and men and being in business. Even young kids are being in business. And a lot of TikTok people are making good money. I try to get on TikTok's sales. I haven't gotten there yet. I'm working on it. And then, but I want you to get on. I want you to buy when you can from the people, because that helps with the business community. It helps the young entrepreneurs and help them get ready for the super aging that's going to happen. There's one good thing about this whole conversation and this whole thing called life. You are going to get older. Yeah, baby. Just keep living. My mother used to say, just keep living. Every time I had something to say that I thought was smart, my mother would say, keep living. Now I understand every time she said that, keep living. And so for those of us who have kept living, God has blessed us with living as long as we have lived. Then let's talk about, make sure that we are clear on the financial stability. Because, baby, you don't want to be a senior citizen and being put out of your place. Where are you going? You can't work anymore. That's the saddest part. That's the saddest part to me of being a senior citizen. And you see senior citizens in homes, and they need work and need cleaning. Yards need something. I regret to this day that I let somebody talk me out of taking care of somebody, and they said, oh, her family can take care of her. And I really should have taken care of that woman. I've thought about it since then. I had the resources and the opportunity, but that person said, no, let her family take care of her. You don't know her like that. And so as a result, I think nothing worked out for me on that deal. Nothing worked out for me, because I could have taken care of her, and I just think my next deal would have been better. But I didn't do it. I listened to other people. We have to take care of one another, and that's what we haven't done. When we talk about financial stability and understanding investments, as a young person, I need you to get a handle on that. It's a lot of scheming going on now. A lot of scheming, a lot of hacking, a lot of distrust, and a lot of non-trustworthy people. It's really a new day. I have a song on Amazon called "It's a New Day," and it really is. It really is. And I need for you, if you're talking about what we're going to do, this thing called reverse mortgage goes on for senior citizens. I'm not sure about that, but that goes on. I had another note. Your 401k, your savings. I want you to get on top of this, because where am I going at 82? I'm blessed. I am blessed. I am blessed to have a wonderful roof over my head. I'm blessed to have a good and decent car. Now, it's not a Wraith. Y'all know what I'm talking about when I talk about a Wraith. Oh my God, that is my dream car. But I can still dream, yes. But I just want it because I want it. Okay, I digress. But I'm just saying I'm blessed. Well, if you got a roof over your head, you are blessed. It's a roof that's paid for, you're even more blessed. If it's a roof that's being paid for, you're more blessed. If you have the funds to pay for that roof that's over your head, you are blessed. Keep the roof up. Get you somebody to come in there. I understand there's all kind of programs for senior citizens. I haven't called upon them, to come over and do some stuff for me. That's my next thing to do. I had to think about, did I want to do that, number one. And number two, I had this whole thing about, asking for help. But sometimes, baby, we have to ask for help. And guess what? There ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm going to say it just like that, Reno, for the people in the back. It ain't nothing wrong with it. I had someone promise that they were going to do something for me, and I waited for it and waited for it. It's been about 2 years now. And I think what I'm going to do is, I don't know, I guess I didn't want to do it. So it's not them, it's me. Take care of yourself. You could read and write, and the phone will tell you anything you want to know, and YouTube will tell you everything you want to know. I don't care what it is. It'll tell you. You see? So back to financial security. I need you to, if you want your future to be a better one, a good one, at the age that God is going to allow you to live, then you got to create it now. Create it now. And work on it. I didn't listen to anybody, or I let pity parties get in my way. I let BS get in my way, and that's how I end up missing out on some serious opportunities. That was me, and I let not have any confidence. Let me tell you something, people. I need for you to understand that you need to have financial security when you get to that age when you can't do. You think you're gonna be able to do all your life? No, you're not. It's not gonna happen. All right. You put that money somewhere. I was told in the 70s to start collecting gold. When I laughed, gold and silver in 1970, 73 or 74, it came to me. The Lord came to me and spoke to me as clearly as I'm speaking to you. And I was like, what's that for? What's that for? And I went on with life because I was in my 20s or whatever then, and didn't pay it no mind. He'll give you what you need. You just got to know how to receive it. I didn't receive it well because I didn't know what that meant, receiving it. You see, so I could tell the things that I did, but I can tell them, and somebody on the other side of the screen still won't listen. But I'm saying to you that are older, you're already old, you're about to retire, line your ducks up, not to get in the coffin, but to have more life. Line your ducks up, not to get in the coffin, but to have more fun. Line your ducks up, not to get in the coffin, but to have more life and more fun and more sharing and caring. And stand on your purpose, whatever that is. And if you don't know when you retire, baby, once you retire, it's going to come to you because you're still here. You got something to do. So for the youngins, get the bag and put it somewhere. I know you want to be like Gina and have every outfit they have, but you need to be like Ladybug, 1913, Lady, I think that's her name, and go to the thrift stores and save that money. I think about, well, that's too much. I'm not going to talk. No regrets. I haven't regrets on anything I have. I really don't, because most of the stuff I got either on layaway, on a thrift store, or I was buying everything on sale, and I didn't miss anything anybody else had. Not at all. I'm like, what's his name on Howard, what's his name on WSB Atlanta? He's a millionaire plus, because he learned how to handle that money early. And good credit. Baby, get it. Figure out how to have it, but get it, because that'll get you everything you need. And especially as a senior, working on financial needs and working on whatever our last days are, you need your money to be lined up. If you don't have it, create it. All right? I love you. I love you. And guess what? You can't do anything about it.